Forgiveness can seem one of the most challenging aspects of our faith. Yet, it holds transformative power not only for those we forgive, but for ourselves as well. Forgiveness is a choice, a conscious decision to release anger, resentment, and the desire for revenge. It is a gateway to healing and is vital to our spiritual journey. There are 4 stories from the Bible I'd like to bring up to help us understand. Joseph and his brothers, Genesis 45, 1-15. Joseph's journey from betrayal to forgiveness is a powerful narrative. Sold into slavery by his brothers out of jealousy, Joseph faces years of hardship. When famine brings his brothers to Egypt, they do not recognize him. Instead of seeking revenge, Joseph ultimately forgives them. He acknowledges God's hand in his suffering and says, "You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good." This forgiveness not only reunites the family, but also salvages a nation. This story emphasizes that forgiveness can lead to greater purposes and healing. Next is when Jesus forgives the sinful woman, Luke 7:36-50. In this account, a woman known for her sinful life anoints Jesus' feet with her tears and expensive perfume. The Pharisees present at the dinner criticize her, but Jesus stands up for her. He reminds them that those who have been forgiven much love much. Jesus' willingness to forgive highlights that no one is beyond the reach of God's grace. This scenario reveals that genuine repentance leads to forgiveness and restoration. The prodigal son, Luke 15:11-32. This well-known parable tells the story of a young man who squanders his inheritance but returns home destitute, prepared to plead for his father's mercy. Instead of punishment, the father runs to meet him, arms wide open, and restores him to his former honor. This powerful image of forgiveness reflects God's unending love and readiness to forgive us when we turn back to Him. It reminds us of the joy forgiveness brings, not just to the forgiven but also to the forgiver. And the last one, Stephen's final words, Acts 7:54-60. As Stephen is being stoned for his faith, he echoes the words of Jesus, asking God to forgive his attackers. "Lord, do not hold this sin against them," he prays. This moment encapsulates the heart of Christian forgiveness, demonstrating grace in the face of persecution. Stephen's words exemplify the ultimate trust in God's justice and the power of forgiveness to transcend even the most grievous offenses. In conclusion, forgiveness is fundamental to our faith and a reflection of our relationship with God. It frees us from the chains of bitterness and resentment, allowing us to experience the fullness of God's love. When we forgive, we mirror the heart of God, who forgives our transgressions and embraces us despite our shortcomings. As we reflect on the stories of Joseph, Jesus, the prodigal son, and Stephen, we are reminded that forgiveness is not a one-time act, but a lifestyle. We are called to forgive continuously, just as we are repeatedly forgiven by God.